welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, I'm Linda. Now, some of you guys might remember in February of 2018, I did a review on the collab beauty line that is sold at Sally Beauty. I purchased all of it on my own, and there were some big hits like their eyeshadow palettes, and there were some big misses like the blush and things like that. I actually wound up returning a bunch of it. I did keep a bunch of it as well, but I definitely returned some of it. I was really excited because Sally Beauty reached out to me and offered to send me some products. So they did not sponsor me monetarily for this video, but they did send me these products for free to test out. So I wanted to test out the whole new line of stuff that they have. They sent me some more eyeshadow palettes, which I was excited about. There's a primer, an eyeliner, some matte liquid lipsticks. So I wanted to let you guys know my true thoughts and to do a full face of makeup, and I'm doing a first impressions and a wear test. So if that's something you're into, we're gonna talk about it. Before we get into this video, please give a big thumbs up if you like really in-depth product reviews so you know whether or not you are wasting your money. Subscribe if you haven't already, and go ahead and smash that notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a new video. Let's get right into the product review of all these goodies. The first thing I want to go in with is the Fundamental Smoothing Primer. This actually has great reviews on the Sally site, so I'm pretty excited to try it. Now, they do suggest applying it with a brush, so while I don't usually, I'm going to put some on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use this Duo Fiber Brush by Luxie, and I'm just going to put this all over my face. Now, as far as pricing goes, this is very inexpensive. As you can see on the screen, it is cheaper than even the Ulta brand or the NYX Angel Veil Primer. I am pretty impressed with the pricing on this. We'll see how it holds up. Ooh, I will admit my face does feel very smooth, which is interesting because I do not have textured or bumpy skin in any way. I'm pretty lucky in that sense, but wow, this feels smooth. I'm curious to see how foundation applies and holds on over it, but wow, okay. I keep touching it. Now, nothing looks different. It's just a clear primer, but wow. Being that this is the only face product I received from Collab, I'm gonna go ahead off screen and I'm going to apply my foundation and my concealer, and I will be back. Okay, I also went ahead and applied my eyebrows. I have not applied bronzer or blush or anything like that because I want it to kind of go with whatever look I decide on, and I have no freaking clue what I'm going to do yet. So I did receive two palettes from Collab, and this one is called Sunset Dreams, and this one is Strike a Rose. I think you can see which one probably appeals to me the most. Sunset Dreams has a really interesting mix of colors. So you do have a nice highlight color here, and you do have this darker matte brown at the bottom, but there's also these great pops of color, and this orange is so cool. I'm curious to see how these do. So I have found that bright eyeshadows from the drugstore are either really hit or really miss. There are some brands that can really do it well, like NYX has some really bright colors, things like that. But there are other brands that when they come out with bright colors, they're just lackluster and muted. I'm a little worried that this palette might be that way because I'm always worried about that with drugstore palettes, but I loved the other eyeshadow palette that I tried the first time. So I did like the formula a lot. I still use that palette really often. That's a really good go-to neutral palette for me. This is obviously not a neutral palette. Now, as for eye primer, all I did was go in with my concealer. I did not powder it down because I'm curious to see how these stick. I feel like these might need a little bit more grip, so I didn't want to powder it all down. First, I want to swatch these for you guys and show you what it looks like. So I want to always keep it real with you guys. These did not swatch great. They're not terrible. They're not the worst I've ever used, but a lot of shades like this one right here, just super crumbly. This brown really went on patchy. I'm really curious to see what it looks like on my eyes because for me, that is way more important than swatches. So let's play. So I haven't done under my eyes yet, but let me give you my very first thoughts on this. Basically, every single color looks better on my eyes than it did on the swatch. This is why you genuinely can't trust swatches. I always do them because people like to see them. Even I like to see swatches, and I don't know why, because these all performed so much better on the eyes than they did on my arm. I am shocked at this blue. It went on so smoothly and so beautifully. I'm really impressed by it. The purple is okay. It went on nicely. I did use a wet brush, but the thing is, when I tried to layer some eyeshadows over it, it did get a bit muddy in the outer corner, as you can kind of see. Now, I did put a brown eyeshadow down just because I wanted to use as many colors as I could out of this palette, but I put the purple over top of it, and that sort of gave it a cool color. It gave it a deeper purple on the outer corner, but at the same time, the color, looking at it now, I don't expect it to last throughout the day. We will see, because it's early and maybe it'll be amazing, but I'm not expecting this to kind of blow me away. Now, the two oranges, the light and the dark oranges, are both awesome. They applied beautifully and I really like it. Now, I'll be honest, this is not a color combo I would normally go for, but again, I did want to try as many colors in here as possible, so we will see how that goes. I'm gonna go ahead off camera and apply some liner and mascara, and I'll be right back. So I'm a big fat liar. I said I was applying liner and mascara. That is not true. I meant just I was applying liquid liner, because I also did receive this pencil liner from Collab, and it is the Bold Face Liner. It is a waterproof eyelining pencil, and it definitely looks nice and smooth. I'm really curious to try this on my waterline. Pray for me and my eyeballs that this doesn't scratch me, because if anybody watched the last Collab video, I used a liquid eyeliner of theirs, and I hated it. It was the only product I actually hated because it scratched my eyelid so badly, and it just was a no bueno, no bueno. So this is pretty amazing, actually. Really smooth going on the eyes, and I did have to layer it like 1 or 2 coats to get it to be at full opacity, but this feels very comfortable, and it went on my waterline very, very dark. And that tends to be the only place that I put a pencil liner, is on the waterline. I didn't want to try this on my eyelid or something like that. I do not know how it works for that, but on the waterline, it feels great. I'm curious to see how the waterproof part of it lasts. Fingers crossed it is still on by the end of the day, because how cool would that be? Doing a quick coat of my Milk Makeup Kush mascara. Now, I'm sure this look would look awesome with a big old pair of false lashes, but I'm going to my office to work all day after this. And I'm already wearing like pretty bright colors on my eyes for an office, even though my office is super chill. So I think I'm gonna forego the huge lashes today. Here's something I'm curious about. They sent me this duochrome top coat mascara in the color So Extra. Sometimes companies don't really understand what phrases like duochrome or holographic mean, so I'm curious about this. But also on the Collab website, on the Sally Beauty website, this does not have very good reviews, and it is on clearance. Now, I'm not gonna let that bog down my opinion. Whatever my opinion is what my opinion is, but I'm just gonna give you guys the full info. Oh, it is a very teeny tiny brush. That is weird. You can't even see anything. Okay, so it is just like a white, sparkly, clear coat with kind of pink reflex. Now I'm curious to see if this does anything. Ooh. So it would appear that the only thing this is doing is clumping up the mascara that's already on my eyes. There is a slight tinge of something. I don't know if I'd call it duochrome. It just sort of looks like my eyelashes have lice. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I do not recommend this one. This is a product no, I'm not gonna recommend this, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna shoot off camera to do my blush, bronzer, highlighter, all of that, and then we will come back and do lips. So 2 colors were sent to me. This one is Blossom, this one is Blood Rush. Let me swatch them both for you. Blossom is the pink color and Blood Rush is the red. I will admit that Blood Rush went on a little bit patchy. I only did 1 swipe for each of these so you could see how they would look without, 10 layers or anything like that. We shall see. I'm gonna try Blossom. First, I'm gonna line my lips with a pink pencil. So you have to look at this wand. The size of the applicator is massive compared to most applicators. That's what she said. Well, I guess we're gonna have to see how this layers because one coat went on not great. Okay, so I don't love anything about this lipstick. It did take 2 coats to be opaque, and even then there's a little bit of patchiness. Let me see if I can show you guys up close. So there's definite patchiness all over, and I just wasn't happy with the application. I found that the applicator took a lot of lipstick off when you went over it more than once. I'm also curious how this dries down because right now it is not dry at all. It just feels like a regular lipstick. We'll see. It doesn't say anything about long lasting or anything like that on here, so it might just be a matte liquid lipstick. As far as very first impressions, I will say that this is so similar to my other collab review. The big standout for me again is the eyeshadow. I'm impressed with the formula, I'm impressed with the price point. I really do like these. Are they the greatest eyeshadows I've ever used? No, they're not, but I really am impressed with these for the price point. And I feel like you can, mix and match these to get a really good range of colors in your collection. And also, since Sally Beauty is everywhere, it's a really accessible brand. Plus, almost every time I'm in Sally, I feel like they're having sales on collabs. So that's kind of cool is that you can go in there and always find a sale. As far as the primer, I'm gonna have to let you guys know. Right now, I really like it, which kind of surprises me because I normally go for dewy or luminescent primers and not a smoothing primer. But my foundation went on beautifully over this primer. It didn't smell. It made my skin feel gorgeous. I really like this so far. We'll see how it holds up throughout the day. The pencil liner is another one that really surprised me. I really like how dark this went on my waterline. It is still very dark on my waterline. I like this so far. Fingers crossed, because right now I am still using an old not cruelty-free eyeliner until I use it up, and it's been my favorite for years. It's a MAC liner, and I don't plan on repurchasing that. It would be nice to have a backup that is cruelty-free. The duochromatic top coat mascara, no, I'm not gonna recommend this. I did not like this. I do not feel like it did anything worthy of anything. I don't like this. The lipstick, I don't love it either. I don't hate it. It's not the worst I've ever tried, but I do already notice that my lips feel a little bit dry, and it has been on for approximately 2 minutes. Plus, the color is patchy. When I kind of stretch my lips out, I see spots that didn't take color. I don't love this. I'm gonna have to try the red. Maybe it's just this color, but the red swatched pretty crappy on my hand, so I don't know. I can't recommend this just yet. Okay, right now it is 8:21 a.m. I'm about to head off to work. I'm pretty proud of myself that I timed this right because I leave for work at 8:30 a.m. every day, and it is 8:21 and I have just enough time to shut down all my camera equipment. Fuck yeah. So I will try to do a check-in throughout the day, and then I will check in later on tonight to tell you guys what I think of everything. Fingers crossed, because I would love for these to work. I'll see you guys in a few hours. Okay, lunchtime check-in. I just finished eating my lunch, which was like a really big, messy salad. And you guys, this lipstick didn't feel great when I first put it on. On the car ride on my way in, it felt like absolute shit. But it's still very much there, and it has been 5 hours. I haven't touched it up or anything like that. It looks good. I mean, I think the eye makeup is holding up pretty great. My foundation is holding up pretty great. Like, you can even still see glow coming through. I'm not mad. What about my waterline? Can we see that? It's still pretty much on. So far, so good for a 5-hour check-in. See you guys tonight. I'm doing my final check-in a little bit earlier than I normally would. It is 5:36 p.m. So this has been on full face since about 8 a.m. So I mean, it is a pretty good amount of time that this has been on. Let me give you my thoughts just on wearing this all throughout the day. The Fundamental Smoothing Primer, I am madly in love with this. My foundation looks better right now than it has in a very long time, and I wore very light foundation today, maybe a pump and a half on my whole face along with some luminizer, things like that, and this held on all day. Like, I'm looking up close and just, you guys, it looks so good to me. It doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look cracked, it's not patchy. This foundation primer is amazing. This one, again, is the smoothing primer. They do have the Fundamental Luminous Primer. This one is the smoothing, and I love this, and I would wholeheartedly recommend this. As for the eyeshadows, I did get the 2 palettes, but I only used Sunset Dreams, and I am really, really impressed. I'm gonna give you a close-up so you can see exactly how well these have hung on throughout the day. Now, keep in mind how badly these swatched. I think they look so good still. The colors have all held on. There's nothing muddy. I'm just super impressed. Yes, my eyelids look a little bit wrinkly, but I'm almost 40, people. Let's just deal with it. Can you guys see the little white tips on my eyelashes here? That is that crappy duochrome mascara that now looks like lice in my eyelashes. I hate it. So the eyeshadow palette, at least the Sunset Dreams palette, is a big yes from me. I really enjoyed it. Again, it's not like the greatest palette of all time, but for the price point, it is so good. And honestly, like, these are great for packing in your luggage. Like, this would almost fit in like a change purse. You know, these are so small, compact. I really enjoy these. I don't need to tell you an 8th time what I think of the duochrome mascara, so we're just gonna put that over here. You guys, I may have found my new holy grail black waterline eyeliner. This is still on my waterline, as black as when I put it on at 8 a.m. today. I can't believe it. Seriously, I have tried so many other cruelty-free liners. I have tried Urban Decay, I have tried Smashbox, I have tried an endless amount of cruelty-free liners, and none of them stayed black on my waterline. None of them gave me the look that I was looking for, and this one did. Again, this is the Collab Bold Faced Liner Waterproof Eyelining Pencil in Drama Queen. It is in black. That's all you need to know, and I am madly in love. I'm going to need to stock up on like 90 of these. That's how I get when I really love a product. I need to hoard it. Let's talk about this lipstick. So when I first put it on, I was not crazy about it. And then I got in my car to go to work and I hated it. It felt dry, it felt cracked, it just didn't look good in the mirror, everything like that. So I put on a touch of like lip balm and just kind of patted it out and hoped for the best. Guys, I put this on 9 hours ago and I haven't touched it up since. I'm just saying. The color is still as much there as when I first put it on, which says a lot. And I know that long-lasting liquid lipsticks do that. And they also are, you know, are drier than a normal bullet lipstick. But still, I'm super impressed at this point. Here's what I don't love about it. You can see every single line in my lips. Look, when I stretch it out, you can even see that there's no lipstick in the lines, but it makes my lips look super old. Ooh, butthole lips. So I will give this kudos for lasting literally all day, but I do not like the way it makes my lips look, to be honest. It really dried them out and kind of, you know, it made my lips look much older, and it made me look much older than I am. So overall, I am so happy I got to try this stuff out because I found some real winners that, you guys, I'm gonna be honest, I probably wouldn't have purchased the primer myself, and I am so blown away by it. I probably wouldn't have purchased the black liner myself because, you know, I've tried so many and they were all duds. Why would this one be great? So I am so thankful that Sally sent me all of this stuff. I mean, I am pretty impressed that all of this was a hit for me, and like there was only one real dud, and that was the mascara. Other than that though, I don't know, I'm pretty happy with the stuff that I got, and I hope that I can use it more in the future. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know if you have tried the collab line and if there's any other products that I should immediately be going after, because I was surprised by this. That's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful week, a wonderful year, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.